Book of Henry. You know, I usually got to write out like a little bit of a script, just a couple of uh, bullet, uh, bullet holes or whatever, bullet points, just to kind of get my ideas organized together, just so I know where to go, some direction for these videos. I don't need it for this movie. I don't need it for Book of Henry. My God, Book of Henry is madness. Book of Henry is absolute madness. You know what? You know what Book of Henry is like? It's like stepping into an alternate dimension. That's almost that it looks identical to our dimension, right? And all that. But everybody in it's insane. And that's what this movie is. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. The character of Henry is just so stuck in the 90s. I mean, he's this precocious, annoying bastard. He's unlikable. That's the worst part of this. Is that I don't care about spoiling this movie because like I could tell you everything about this movie. You just kind of have to witness it um, to understand the madness of it. But if you give a shit, don't watch any further than this. It's a bad movie. Well, don't watch it unless you kind of want to laugh. But here we go. Let's just go right into it. Right? Like Henry dies halfway through this movie, and he's unlikable before he dies. He's unlikable as he's dying, and then he still manages to be unlikable after he's dead. If nothing else, that is an accomplishment in screenwriting to come up with a character who is so obnoxious and so lame and so unlikable that not even death could quell his insufferable qualities. Henry is a fucking absolute bummer to be around. Like, this is like the Shyamalan thing, right? Like the problem with Shyamalan is that he treats stuff like, literal mental illness, like identity, dissociative identity disorder, like in Glass, like a literal superpower. Let's not even get into like or Split. Let's not even get into Anya's character in Split. But if you know what I'm talking about. Like this is very much in the '90s where horrible things are essentially just an excuse to portray someone as kind of a badass or showed to have gone some great things that's matured them and shit like that. And that's sort of who this character is with Henry. It's not so much that he's traumatized. I mean, that is a part of it. But it's just that, like, that sort of, oh, if this character went through something horrible, clearly they have matured and have grown from it and have overcome this horrible thing. When it's like, no, it's just a child. It's just a kid just dealing with something terrible. Like it's like we know that now. In the 2023 lens or even 2017 when this movie came out, we understand that seeing a kid who is acting like a grown up because of XYZ whatever situation is not this precocious thing because this kid has like this superpower that he's a genius, No, it's like this kid is adultified. He is put upon because of XYZ reasons and all that shit, right? Like this movie just flies in the face of everything that we know as a society about childcare. And this movie takes that sort of that approach to its most ridiculous extent where the movie comes up with this trope where even after Henry dies, he's such a genius that he can predict like every little thing that his mother does. It's like, if someone is a genius, then like they know everything about like how people act and shit. It's like, no, no, dude. Have you ever met people that are like that smart genius level? They're fucking awkward. They don't know what the fuck. They can't predict people's behavior, especially if they're like 11 years old. And that's like the whole thing too. Like Henry is 11 years old and they write him like this like grizzled cop. Like at some point he walks into the character's office and slams like a bunch of like papers down on her desk and says, "God damn it, Janice!" Like he's goddamn Columbo or something. It's one of the most ridiculous moments in TV. But my girlfriend liked it. You liked it, huh, Lindsay? She liked it. I don't know. Maybe whatever. People like this movie, and More power to him. This movie was madness. This movie was absolute fucking madness. Like the whole thing with Naomi Watts' character is that like she is just about to kill this person. She's just about to kill this guy. She's literally about to murder him. Pull the trigger on her neighbor who is a fucking monster. Yes, but she's about to like turn her fucking other remaining child into a goddamn orphan, right? And the only thing that stops her is accidentally knocking into this Rube Goldberg device that leads to her seeing pictures of her children, like when they were babies. And all I can think is like, what if she didn't do that? What if she didn't knock into those pictures? She would have killed. She would have killed them. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy to think that like what separated this movie from having just a horrible, horribly tragic ending is just her being clumsy. Like that is insane. Because usually you want your characters to grow, to evolve, to come to this moment where maybe they accomplish it, they do something they would have done back in the day and then realize, oh, this is stupid, I shouldn't do this, right? But she doesn't earn it. She literally falls into it. And I mean, there's so many things out there that I can get that make this movie absolute madness. But really, what bothers me the most personally, right? Because I mean, I agree with what everybody out there has said about Book of Henry. It's bad in all the ways everybody says it's bad. All right, it is a fucking mad story that is just treated like, treated like Max Keeble's Big Move or something. It's so there's the point literally where a fucking 8-year-old kid just goes up to his mom and says, Henry told us we need to murder the neighbor. And it's played straight. It's played straight. That's something out of a Tim and Eric sketch. What the fuck? Oh, don't even get me started. Maybe, come on. Okay, I know you like the movie, but that Sarah Silverman moment with her in the hospital, that was fucking weird. Yeah, okay, so even she agrees that there's this one scene with Sarah Silverman at the hospital where she kisses an 11-year-old boy on the lips. That's just like, who let this happen? So
They're trying to test the waters of Hollywood. Like, what can we get away with here?
this is why people think Hollywood's full of pedophile. A, because it is, and B, because of movies like Book of Henry. This movie fucking drove me crazy. It really did. But the fact that this concept was just taking so matter of fact and inevitable, it's madness. It's fucking crazy. It is. But I will give it this movie. This I will give it credit for this. It's not boring. It is not a boring movie. I hate to say it, it's one of the most entertaining fucking movies I've seen in a while because of just how batshit off its fucking rocker it is. Honestly, watching this movie, can I tell you guys like a deep dark secret about me? I have now seen every Colin Trevorrow movie. I've seen them all. I've seen I can't believe I'm saying that. I've seen every Colin Trevorrow movie. Yeah. Oh God, I need to go to therapy. Lindsay, I've seen every Colin Trevorrow movie.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do anymore.
yeah.
I haven't even seen every Stanley Kubrick movie, and that's my favorite director. But I've seen every Colin Trevorrow movie. Shit's crazy. So that's gonna be all for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Ed. You guys have been awesome. Take care.